We are at the Hilton Cancun Mar Caribe with Nicole. And say your last name for me.
Tilzer,
Sorry.
Nicole
So,
Tilzer.
and you are head of the all-inclusives for the portfolio.
Yeah, so Vice President All Inclusive and Resort Strategy for Hilton globally. So I have the terrible job of having to look after our amazing properties worldwide.
How many do you have in your portfolio?
We have 15 all inclusives and over 300 resorts globally.
I am really interested from the group perspective. So tell us a
Yeah.
little bit about corporate events, association events that our readers would be using the market for at all inclusive.
Yeah. So we can tailor an event for any type of group at an all inclusive. And the best part of doing an event is the planning is so much easier when you come to an all inclusive, especially when you come to a Hilton all inclusive, because we bring with us over 100 years of expertise in hospitality, in service, and in meetings and events. So whether that is a destination wedding or whether that is a convention, a conference, a corporate event, an incentive trip, we can tailor the experience for what your audience needs. So you can do your meetings during the day and you can have events at night. You can have amazing cultural experiences during the breaks. For the planner, it is just so much easier from a pricing and budgeting standpoint, as well as from a activity standpoint. So you don't have to think of something to do or pay for something to do at all times. Let's say you're trying to stretch your budget. Maybe you don't have a private breakfast because breakfast is included. And so they can go to the restaurant, get breakfast, and then come and you can do private lunches or you can do some sort of big dinner. But really, any event that you can think of, you can do it in all inclusive. We have convention space, we have huge conference centers. We can also be creative and host on an event lawn or in one of the restaurants that's not being used during the day. So you have flexibility, you can really tailor it to what your group needs.
So we were talking in there beforehand. We did a mini kind of press conference type of thing, Q&A about meetings and events at Hilton all-inclusive properties, and we're here at Mar Caribe, but yesterday we were at Tulum with its own dedicated convention center that just opened up. So how much business is corporate? We were talking here, it's 5%.
Yeah.
Like globally, what is it?
It really varies by property. So we have properties that are adults only. So that brings a certain type of customer that can do that. We have properties in Greece, for example, that are much more leisure focused. So giving a total global number is a little misleading because it varies by property. But if you're in a property with a convention center, you can be 20 to 40% of your business from group and then bringing in leisure guests after that or social groups, things like that. So there's really a wide variety, which is also great to have that portfolio to give us the balance and really have something for everyone.
Is it growing year over year? I know events have made a huge comeback. Obviously, leisure travel came storming back after COVID, but also now events are so popular. And all the corporate events are finally back as well in terms of like sales kickoffs and incentives, where it was just slower to come back, but now it seems like they're roaring back. So is it growing year over year?
It is. And the mix is shifting. So to your point, when it was first COVID and then coming out of COVID, leisure is what spiked. And then right after, when travel opened, it was destination weddings that really spiked. Everyone who had put their weddings on hold was now roaring to go. And so we saw a ton of destination weddings coming. And now we are seeing more of that corporate come back. And we are seeing also, because we are a new entrant in the all-inclusive space, we have the opportunity to introduce all-inclusive to meeting planners who might not have thought of it before. We have relationships with so many amazing planners and corporate groups through our Hilton Worldwide sales team that we are able to grow that segment, A, just based on them being back at travel, but B, based on helping them understand why all-inclusive is so incredible for any type of event. It doesn't only have to be for incentive or for social groups. So we are seeing that continue to grow year over year.
You were saying something earlier about the experience at an all-inclusive event, and you want to make sure that you bring the culture to life. Because it is a common misperception, I would say, that people say you could be anywhere. That's maybe why I don't want to go to an all-inclusive, because I can just stay at the beach and be at the hotel and I could be anywhere.
Yeah.
But the fact that you want your guests to feel like they are in Cancun or Tulum or wherever near the rest of your global portfolio.
That is one of the guiding principles behind everything that we do, from what the property looks like to the entertainment to the food and beverage to even the spa. And that's something that we haven't spoken a lot about yet, but using local ingredients, local customs in spa treatments, having perhaps a Mayan ritual to kick things off when you first get to the spa, using different fruits and vegetables and seeds, or treatments that are maybe popular with the indigenous people in a certain place. We bring that to life in the spa. We bring that to life in the food that we serve, in the entertainment, because I don't want you to come to any of my properties anywhere and leave not knowing anything about the property or about the country or the place you're in. Now, that doesn't mean you have to leave. If you want to flop and drop and you want to just lay there, or say you're with is your first vacation with your 2-year-old, and that is a trip, let's say vacation, or it's a conference. And we've all been at conferences where, like, oh, you're so lucky you're going to Vegas or Cancun. And you say, I sat in a conference room all day and I have no idea what they have there and I didn't see any of it. I want to take as much of that away as possible. So whether that is through leisure and giving you the opportunity to come before or after and have a good rate for that, or whether that is bringing the culture to you, having the food that you can try, having local singers, having a market. We do a Mexican market at this property where you can buy handicrafts if you can't make it out to actually go shopping. So yeah, I don't want you to come and think that Cancun is the same as Jamaica, is the same as Turkey. They're all completely different, and our team members thrive and are thrilled to bring that to life for you.
I'm going to read you something. I posted some pictures yesterday of our tour of the meeting space and the dinner on the lawn. Of course, the beautiful table set and the music that we had. And somebody wrote, I wish I could attend more all-inclusive events. The intimacy and conversation and connection are always stronger at these. This venue looks amazing. I would think that's also a great selling point that you brought up earlier.
It is. It's the opportunity. Yeah, you're all here together. And exactly. Exactly. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't cost the company anything. You don't have to say, oh, this dinner ended at 9, but I want to keep talking, or I want to drink, or I want to go dancing, or I want a coffee, and oh no, is this on my budget? Or it's all just easy. It's all included for you. And you don't have to worry about, okay, we took a bus to this place, who's getting on what bus, did we get everyone back, and then you lose the momentum when that happens sometimes. You're all here, and you do get to have those moments. It helps to give extra time for your extroverts and they can carry on, but it makes it easy for maybe some of your more introverted guests or some of your newer guests. If it's a corporate event, you have new people that just joined the team. You can really get more of that together time. And I think that's maybe a surprising thing that people don't necessarily think of, but I love that one of your contacts realizes.
I thought it was, I had to read it. Anything else that you want our readers, meeting planners, to know about working with Hilton to do your meetings and events?
I'd say the last piece is the importance and the ability of personalization and customization. And that can be anything from the amenities to the rooms that you put your guests in. So we have an elevated club category called Enclave at Hilton All Inclusives, where you get elevated room type, better location, access to a private lounge, private pools, restaurant, and access to different activities throughout your stay just for Enclave guests. We've seen planners book all of Enclave. They do a full buyout. That's their whole meeting. We've seen them put their VIPs in Enclave. So it's a way to do an experience within an experience, and that's a way to customize. That's another thing I think people don't always think of, that if you're at an all-inclusive, it doesn't mean it is just one thing. Yeah,
for everyone.
Exactly. Yeah. It's all-inclusive. It's not all one thing. Yeah. So we will customize the entertainment. We will customize your in-room amenities. We can tailor things for you. And I'd absolutely want to make sure that the planners know that it's not just a machine. It's not coming and getting in the assembly line. We want a relationship with you. We want you, especially as a meeting planner, you are the hero. You are doing the hard work day in and day out, and we respect and honor that, and we want to make sure that you are really the hero of your event.
Thank you so much.
You're
I really
welcome.
appreciate your time today and explaining everything. It's been a great experience.
My pleasure. Thank you for coming and for my tiny mic.